Hello everyone. In this video, you will learn simple tips and strategies which you can implement in your Amazon product listing to optimize it and to get the maximum value during the Q4, the most important quarter of the year for Amazon sellers, where you get the most and the best sales, hopefully. And this session is sponsored by three companies. It's Getida, the Amazon FBA auditing and reimbursement solution for Amazon sellers. And you can find their offer for $400 free reimbursement service. You will find the link below. Also, ZoneGuru is sponsoring this session, and they are all-in-one tool suite for Amazon sellers for any need in your business. You can also find their offer below in the description. And finally, Awesome is a FBA, Amazon FBA business aggregator created by ex-Amazonians for Amazon sellers. So you can contact them and talk about selling your brand to them. And our guest today is...
Let's get ready for Norm Farah at the KLICK Summit Chair.
Hey Norm, hello.
I didn't know you could sing.
Oh yeah, I also didn't know.
How are
maybe
you?
Lisette knows. Yeah, Lisette will be also co-hosting our session. Lisette works with different Amazon brands. And Norman, it's Norm. It's nice to have you here, or whatever, yeah, right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so could you please introduce yourself and tell us how you help Amazon sellers?
Yeah, sure. My name's Norm. I have a managed service company, and that's probably the best way that we help sellers. However, we provide. I have a company. I'm a group mentoring company, which we help communities of Amazon sellers through privatelabellegion.com. And we have we provide content. That's all I can say. I can't say enough about it. If you go there, you'll learn, you'll get a ton of information. And that's about it. My partner's Tim Jordan.
Right,
And that's the short version, by the way. I kept it very short.
Yeah, actually, you have a podcast launched.
Oh, yeah.
With, yeah.
Lunch
so
with Norm every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And then Private Label Legion. And I think you have a couple of, you are co-owner of some companies like PR Reach and so on, right?
Yeah, Whole New Worldwide, PR Reach, the AMZ.club. Yeah, there's a couple.
And what you will be sharing with us exactly today in your presentation?
Probably one of the most important things, but one of the least discussed, and that's perceived value. And that's really, I've heard a ton of people talk about, how do you get more out of your product? And, I heard about people talking about getting the most out of sourcing. That's another area where it's huge, where if you can squeeze a few extra points out of it, it adds to the bottom line. But what people don't realize is you can do things so inexpensively. I've got some great examples right off the top where you're looking at one product and how can somebody be selling something at $20 and somebody else selling something at $100 and it's the exact same product. And that's what I'm going to show people today.
I'm excited, and Lisette, I hope also. So let's jump to the slides and let's learn something from you.
All right. Well, I hope you do. Okay. So if everything works and Murphy's Law is not with me today, this should work. Okay. So proceed your profits easily using simple listing optimization techniques. Now, there's a lot of different things in my presentation that you can go really deep into, but I just wanted to show people that you could go and do with listing optimization, especially fourth quarter, make sure that these steps are done. And I'll guarantee if you follow a few of these steps that you're going to easily double your profits. I see it all the time. I do it all the time. Okay, so let me just get back to my slide over here. Okay, so, why you should listen. What is perceived value? A lot of people don't understand what it is. There's going to be simple steps to showing you how to optimize your listing. People don't talk about pre-launch campaigns, so I'm going to touch on that. and then monitoring your listing for best results. And of course, I'm going to show you with a couple of case studies because you got to know that this works. I went back and I was doing research. So it wasn't just e-com or Amazon. This is also for anything that you do. But you'll see that people, dominate. There will be brands that are dominating, especially on Amazon right now. But this is the model. You'll go in and you'll see one or two people dominating. You'll see maybe one or two people in the middle. A lot of cases, you'll see one person or two brands dominating, and then everybody eats dust. And there's a reason for that. And so I'm going to talk about that today. So take a look at this. So Dead Sea Mud. I sell Dead Sea Mud. And it kills me when I see, it actually doesn't kill me. I love it. But when people, I took this from one listing or from one search keyword phrase, and I saw Dead Sea Mud, $14, $6, and another 14. Okay, screenshot. Then on the same page, it's the same mud. It's mud. $22, 31, and 32. Okay, and these range from 8 ounces to 16 ounces. $86 for 3.4, 84, and 78. Now, how can these brands sell something like that 3.4 ounce compared to a 16 ounce jar? How can they get away with $86? Now, this was a newer brand. Like you can see, it's only 2 reviews. But I've seen this style of and branding for Dead Sea Mud, forever. And there is no difference really except the packaging. They might have slight differences in the ingredients, but it's all about a better listing. The listing has to have perceived value. The packaging has to have perceived value. And guess what? They sell. I want to show you a case study right off the bat. So this is something a person was selling $1,000 in total sales for that 18 months. And they had huge potential. Actually, I didn't really realize how much of a huge potential they had. It blew us away. But anyways, we turned them down because they didn't listen to us. And I don't know about you, but whenever you talk to people, how about improving your listing, and they say, yeah, but okay, this brand's really not for us to work with, and they thought they could do it themselves. They thought Amazon could do it would promote them, and guess what? This is what they came up with. Like, how hard could a proper brand be? I don't know about you, but if I have toe wart remover and I have a wart on my toe and the oil is leaking out of the toe, it's not really appealing. And if you take a look at the logo, you don't even know what the logo is. Oh, and by the way, I changed this, but this is the packaging. And it's powder blue, yellow, and a wart on the package. No wonder they only sold 1,000. So they did come back to us. They sold nothing over another period of time. I think it was about 6 months. They had sold nothing. They were very reluctant to do what we wanted to do. And I said I'd go ahead, but you have to agree with everything that we were doing as a brand or as a team. So we changed it. We made it into a healthy, natural product. We changed the bottles. Their listing was, it looked like a really brown bag product. And we didn't want to make people feel bad about buying toe wart remover. I guess, people have toe warts. They got to remove them. Well, let's make it more healthy. Let's make it look like a natural product and also make it more helping you to be more beautiful. And so it worked. And including in this, I don't show it, but the packaging, the outer packaging is just as important as the inner packaging. So this is 2017, okay? I love this because, it's toe wart remover, but I don't care if this was 200 years ago. I don't care if it's tomorrow. Perceived value works exactly the same. So don't worry about a 2017. It's not like you're looking at PPC or anything like that where it's changed on Amazon, but this does not change. So it went from 7,900 the very first month we launched, 28,000 to 68,000, and then it got up over 100,000. I think we topped out at 124,000. But as we did that, Like, you can do this. You can create a brand. You can get people coming. You can, get people excited. But if you're an idiot and you don't, like, going out of inventory once is one thing. Going out 5 times because you didn't calculate cash flow or whatever, it killed this brand. So it had tons of potential. It absolutely killed this brand. And I just wanted to say that because everything I'm going to show you today is really up to you to take the next steps and just be smart. If you don't have the capital, go out and get the capital. The next thing is pre-listing optimization, doing competitive research, finding a product, brand, or logos, packaging, and do the little thing. My secret is the Brady Bunch. And most of the people, there might be 2 or 3 people that, can remember the Brady Bunch. I grew up with the Brady Bunch. And anyways, what I do with every aspect of my listing, I put it in the middle. I surround it with my competitors. And I go to a company like PickFu or Usability Hub, and I get people to see whether I'm equal to or better than my competition. And if I'm not, I go back to the drawing board. And so everything I'm doing here, remember the Brady's. Competitive research. So competitive research just doesn't mean you go to your, the top seller. I want to really surround myself with all the sellers on Amazon. I want to see that are similar to my product. So if they're not similar, let's say that I'm selling garden shears and it's a different type of garden shear, completely different. Well, why am I using that like for my competitive research? You want to go in, dig deep on the similar products. You want to make sure, you want to see what they're doing right. You want to see what they're doing wrong. What are people complaining about? What are people asking for? Because if you can innovate, that's another in. That's another way that you can go in and scoop up a little bit extra market share. You want to make sure that they have search volume. I mean, if you want to bring a product to market and it's only, you've got 1,000 or 100 searches a month, what good is it? You want to check their BSR. You want to make sure that you want to see where they are. If it's way too high, it doesn't make any sense. But there'll be potential, negative, positive reviews, keyword opportunities. So this is my partner over at Private Label Legion. He did a training on how you go out and you find a keyword that nobody else is using for the opportunity. And just for example, there's egg holders. That's what him and Bradley did at the time, were egg holders. Well, he found a wooden egg holder. Nobody was doing now, by the way, that's saturated, but nobody was touching it. So he brought a wooden egg holder to market, and he found it on Etsy, or it was Pinterest. But then what he did is he went back and he checked out the keyword opportunities, and he found that there were some keyword opportunities on Amazon. They put it up there and it took off. So finding those niches that other people are not looking at. And I'll give you a couple of examples a little later on in the presentation. So finding a profitable product. So being able to go out there and find a product is one thing, but in today's environment, you have to make sure that you've got price, sales volume, and competition. If you have, if you're looking at, and I made this mistake, if I launch with a low dollar value product, I've got to sell a ton of volume to make sure that I can get past the minimum Amazon fees. The competitors, there's a lot of bottom dwellers. I sell soap, so that's another one of the products. It's very hard to make a buck. I mean, it's too tough to make, 65 cents or a buck. You got to sell a lot to make a living. So higher dollar value, sales volume's got to be there. And I don't really mind too much competition as long as I have the budget. And that's the key. If you can prepare yourself to spend money, then that's one thing. But if it's medium competition, I love it. Now, where do you find these? You can go to global sources. You can go to Alibaba. There's trading companies out there. There's sourcing agents. You can go and search these. You can go into different Facebook groups. So I don't know what's going on out there. I'm in a hotel right now, and there was a flood. So I guess they're cleaning it up or something. Just my luck. Anyways, when you find that product, talk to the manufacturer and see what they can do. So if they're making black or red plastic shoe stretchers, can they do something different? Can they make it green? Can they, going back to those reviews, is there something there that people are complaining about? Is it stronger plastic? Is it a better spring? And come out with that. And then that's something that the manufacturer could probably tell you about, and it's very easy to do. The other thing is materials. So we put out a garden shear, and what we noticed was you can go with a steel carbon blade. For 45 cents more, you can come out with titanium, and you can sell it for $7 to $10 more. For 45 cents more, I'll do that all day long. The other thing is you've got to include all of your landed costs. Now, I'm talking about those freight costs are crazy right now. You've got to take every fee, your storage, everything, and make sure you understand that. Your landed costs are so important. And you want to make sure that, and this could save you a lot of money. I won't get into it, but make sure that you have the right HTS code. If you're importing products into the United States, you might be paying way too much. So you could look at this. We were talking last night, and I know for my own product, I was able to get around. I had natural soap, and I didn't realize it, but it was Castile soap. By changing the HTS code, I saved 17% overnight on everything landed into the US. So it could be significant. And matter of fact, with reclassifying, don't lie, the last thing that you don't want to do is lie, because the government will come after you and you will get nailed. But if it's a serious, if it is the right product and you're not fibbing, you can save, in some cases, the 25% the Trump tax. You can lower the rate of your tariff. But again, I can't stress this enough. You don't want to lie about it. And the minimum, I didn't even want to put 4 times your cost of goods. I'd like going out a lot higher, especially now, but 4 times, depending on the price, you can be competitive. But for us, we like to be 5, 6, 7, 8. Some of our products are 10 times. If you can find those niches, those are the ones that will pay back, because it costs. Your PPC costs are going to cost you. Driving external traffic is going to cost you. I'm going to give you a quick example here of a beard comb. This is a true example, by the way. So everything that you see, every picture that you see here, I own. Okay, and I don't own any beard products, but I bought this to show you an example. So this is a beard comb I bought for 79 cents. This is just off of Amazon. I think it's going for $1.38 right now, but 79 cents at the time. I looked at it and I said, what can you do with it? How can you sell more than 79 cents? And so there's different things you can do, starting with just the etching, or just with the imprinting. So you can etch it. You can etch it and put a sleeve around it, driving people back. This could be your insert, actually. But anyways, you could put it into a box and start to look at a really nice box. The one up top came in a cello pack. It was just basic. But then I bought these ones, and you could get one that's in a vinyl pouch. It looked really nice. It was etched. The vinyl pouch was etched. But the nicest one was the one that I guess the guy spent a little bit more money, and he put a die cut where you could put your credit card in. You have one thing you're carrying around. You don't have to carry around a ton of stuff. And both of these were packaged beautifully. So here's the difference. One was 79 cents. The other was $11.95. The other one was $17.95. It's the same comb for the most part. The first one didn't even calculate. The second one, $3,000 a month. The other one was $15,000 a month. People want to buy quality stuff, especially for your children and for pets. People want quality products. They don't want junk. Okay, let's take a look at keyword research. And for keyword research, so you've gone in, you've got your profitable product, and now how do I do this? I'm not going to go through, we could spend a whole, session just on this. But the way that we do it is we go into, we use helium-10. So helium-10 Cibro, and we add our competitor's ASIN. Now it's a similar ASIN to what we're either wanting to get into or our direct competitor. We need to add similar ASINs. So you can go and say, get competitors, and there'll be 20 that drop down. But the problem is a lot of people will just grab everybody that's there, and it's not directly, or it's not a similar product, so you get bad results. So get it as close to your product as possible. Make sure that you get the keywords. And now I search by search volume. One of the things that's so important for your listing is buying keywords and not browsing keywords. So pet treats, dog chews, those are browsing keywords. Those are pet owners that have no clue what they want. They're just going to search. But bully stick, people know what they want. The problem with bully stick is, like, I'm guessing here, it's 200,000 volume. It's just too big. It's too broad. So I want to go and find, I call them primary long tail keywords. Like if I scroll down, I might see grass-fed bully stick. I might see organic bully stick, natural bully stick. Those are the ones that I want to look at. And I don't want to confuse anybody, but I go into the advanced filter and I add those two keywords to include in phrase. I hit a button, and then all of a sudden I'll get the list will shorten up. And now you have 10, 20, 30 different keywords that are for natural keyword. It could say 6-inch natural bully stick, 6-inch organic natural bully stick, but it all have natural bully sticks in. So I export it, and I do that for at least 2 to 3 to 4 different keywords like natural, organic, or grass-fed bully sticks. And with those, I'm going to make sure that I filter some of those things through my listing, and it'll also be for my keywords, for my PPC. But anyways, just make sure you get those so you know what people are looking for. And also find alternative keywords. So for bully stick, competitive word, the exact same word, is pizzle. I had no idea. Bully stick is a bully stick. I had no idea what a pizzle was. So add that in, and it's easy pickings. Now, the other thing you want to do is go to Amazon Autofill and see what they're suggesting. And you can add those in. And you can go back to, and you can also add those over to the advanced filters in Cibro and see what it pulls up as well. Also, do the Etsy Pinterest check, and don't forget about Google. So you can check Google, and you can also check the Google suggestions. Now, building your brand. Amazon is all about the micro brand. I don't know if you know this or not, and this is for large sellers as well as small sellers. You are a micro brand. Very few sellers on Amazon I would call a brand, a household name. But this gives us this is a huge opportunity for us to build a brand, to get people to understand a brand, to build a loyal fan base. And Amazon is telling us that's what they want. That's why we're seeing Amazon Post, Amazon Live. You're seeing the follow button. You're seeing the follow button on your store. They want you to build that brand community. Now, when you're looking at a brand, you want to make sure that not only do you have that brand, but let's say that you don't mess or you don't confuse people. So for me, let's say it's soap bars. So, you have XYZ soap, and I can go into soap bars, liquid soap, bath bombs, soap accessories. It's very wide. If I had, if I had a brand and it was soap bars and I got into bully sticks, it doesn't make any sense. So just make sure that you're on point. And you want to make sure when you do get your brand that you have a domain and social media, all the social media accounts that you could possibly get. Okay, so these are a few. Team Naturals, it looks like a baseball team. It was actually an incredible shampoo, so we just changed it into Team Naturals. Soma 6 looked like somebody was welding something. It was toys for children, so we just made it more colorful. The Soap Club, pinks and lavenders. This is getting to know your audience. We found out that it wasn't women buying the soap. There was more men buying the soap. So we wanted to make it more gender neutral. So Soap Club. And then when you're looking at, you want to be consistent with your colors. So you always ask when you're getting a logo done up to get a spec sheet. And then you can give this to your printer, or if you're getting packaging or website. So you want to be consistent, because if I tell somebody, oh, just do it light green or dark green, you'll never get it right. Okay, there's a lot of little things that you can do. And this is all about perceived value. The quality of your packaging, the message on the inside flap. You can just, thank people for coming, or telling them how to enjoy the product, but just make it interesting. Adding inserts, safety seals. It's a psychological thing. If you have something that has a shrink wrapped cap, or a safety lid, that just makes, that just gives out warm vibes. Handwritten notes. I've talked about that for years. We do that with our products. We get generic notes made up in China. We have 20,000 that'll be sent back, and we just add them as we sell it our products. Transparent stickers, so it's a safety seal. Add-on. So if you have a garden tool, add seeds, or shampoo, add a sample conditioner. Make sure your product is clean. Order your product. While I was on a podcast, I had a product come, and it was a joke. It was a beard brush, and it had paint spray all over it. And I was joking, like I was hitting the bristles, and you could see dust flying up. I wasn't going to use that. So make sure that you see how it's going to be delivered. Also, simple QR codes that go back, drive people either to warranty pages or wherever you want to take them. And then what's really nice is to have an instruction somewhere in there, like an assembly or a video, instructional video. You can easily do that with a QR code. Images are so important. So a lot of people, they don't put enough effort into their images. So people look at an image and they think it's really great, and their friends will tell them it's really great, but the images kind of suck, and they don't pop, and they don't know what to look for. Again, coming down to psychology, a good photo is just slightly different than a bad photo, and I'll show you an example. And one of the things that I went through photography school, and one of the things my prof told me, just because it wasn't an iPhone at the time, but just because you have an iPhone or a Nikon doesn't make you a photographer. And it's so true. You have to know about lighting and lenses and depth of field and all this other stuff. Remember, photos is the start. That's where they're going to see you. Quality equals trust equals sales. And if you don't have one of those, if you don't have trust, you won't get sales. If you don't have quality, you won't have sales. So here's something, just what you can do with your images. If you noticed here that these are knives, these are chef knives. What's the first one? What draws your attention? Well, for me, it was the yellow box. This company did a great job with the yellow box. Right to it. I would look at it. I would take a look at that first. The other one on this page that I think did a great job is right on the bottom, second in. They just changed the direction. Now they're using up the full, space, that 1,000 by 1,000 image. They might not have done it enough to grab my attention. And the other one, even though it didn't, is the one that looks like, a skyscraper, but it doesn't use up enough. It doesn't use enough space. It doesn't fill the frame enough to really grab my attention. The yellow box is a winner here, and it's simple. I mean, just take a look at it. It would grab your attention from all these other ones doing exactly the same thing. So take a look at this. This is a real example. The one was done with a product photographer, just didn't understand product photography. The second one brought out the color in the metal, the light going across the handle, and also highlighted the safety valve or the safety lock. Again, here's just some quality images. For your secondary images, you don't want to have a ton of copy. So one is instructions: wet face, cleanse hands, blah, 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 enjoy. Next thing are benefits. The other ones are ingredients. They're colorful. They look nice. They grab people's attention. And they also could use information that are back in your bullets. So lifestyle pictures are very big. You all know what lifestyle images are. If you can put 1 or 2 in those product listings, that works. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you have your video. Definitely have your video in your product listing over in your slide deck. Do your split test. You can go to companies like PickFu, and you just, there's 8 slots. You can ask questions. You can do whatever. You can put in the images, or you can go to Usability Hub. And I'm probably wrong 50% of the time, the image that I'm going to use to what everybody else wants. And create that storyboard, that nice flow of those 6 or 7 images. Now we're going to go to packaging. Packaging is another one. It could be just your inner packaging, like this bottle. That was that Team Naturals. Well, take a look. I mean, it really sucked, but it was a really good product. And then we have like little things like the caps are different, shampoo, conditioner. That makes a difference. But just the bottles in general, they were just nicer. This is a bully stick, just the old packaging, new packaging. And by the way, there was about 9 different concepts that the graphic artist came back with. That was really, really cool. And then this is called the clamshell on the left. When you get it, it looks like it's a cheap product. On the right, it looks like it's a much nicer product. It's actually in a micro corrugate box with a message when you open it up. You could put a pack of seeds in there. It's just a really nice way to increase the perceived value. And this is just a box. Like they used to send it out with this really ugly font. I don't like the bottle. Okay, I'm not for that bottle that they picked. I wanted a different bottle. But the packaging is something that it goes out. It has a nice package. It's just not in a bubble wrap. And it looks like it could be another $7 to $10 more. Let's get into title optimization. So now you know the optimization of the images, but the optimization for your title. You want to have your brand name in, and people say, you don't need it. Put your brand name in, get your main keywords in there, and you can have multiple keywords in there, especially when you want to index right off the bat. You can have multiple phrases in there. So people get tripped up on these long and short titles. I've gone back to starting out with a long title and then revising it after 60 days or so, 30, 60, 90 days, and putting and removing any duplicate keywords with other keywords. And I can talk a bit more about that maybe another time. That's the whole title optimization thing. You could talk easily an hour on, but I'll give you the thing that you should be looking at. Put multiple keywords. It could be multiple keyword phrases. You want to do this because you want to do as much indexing as possible. So it's not only in the title, it's in your bullets and everything else. You want to bring out a pain point or a benefit. You want to have those keywords in there, but you want to have it split between, keywords. So let's talk about like natural soap, for example. So handmade natural soap infused with lavender essential oils. That's where I can kind of pack things together. And then I can bring in a benefit. So, if you're not a good copywriter, try to find somebody. There's agencies out there that write copy. You also want to make sure that you have a size like an inch or centimeter or millimeter, and try, again, being engaging. Check out what your competition is and duplicate what your competition is. If they're doing good, there's got to be a reason for it. Take a look at what they're doing. Alter it slightly. Now remember, there are titles and there are guidelines. You have to check out your title guidelines. Go and check out the style guides. You just type it in, you'll be able to see it in your help menu, and you can see what Amazon is saying. So one of the things that they're saying is the amount of characters that you can have in your category. Some are 80, some are 200. I mean, it's everything in between. There's no caps, 100% no caps. There's no claims. The worst thing you can do is make a claim. Do not use restricted keywords. Now, afterwards, I have a list of hundreds of restricted keywords that if you use them, you could get suppressed or suspended. There's also, a lot of people use the words guarantee or cure or 100%. There's so many of these keywords that drive or attract the algorithm, and then all of a sudden you're suspended. and absolutely no sales or promotional keywords. Now, bullet points. I love bullet points. I change my bullet points like I change my title. Once I have a lot of indexing, once over a 30 or 60-day period, I will take a very long bullet point and I will make it short. Bullet points are bullet points. They're not paragraphs. They're bullet points. But to get the best indexing possible, I'll go and I'll write, the 5 bullets. I'll make them long because I want to be indexed for a ton of keywords when I launch right away. Then I'll go back and I'll change them up and I'll make it very short, precise, engaging, benefit, features, and just keep it at that because I want to optimize for mobile. But at first I just want indexing. No emojis. Don't do capitals up front. That was the trick of 2017 to last year. All caps, no way, doesn't exist anymore. If you're doing it, it's just a matter of time. And they were suspending, not suppressing. And it took a couple of weeks to get it back. So just be careful, be on it. You don't need to put any punctuation, no periods, no question marks. Remember, this is a bullet point. And once you revise the bullets in your second phase of your launch, it'll just be short. You can make them 50, 80 characters, and mobile optimization will be great. Plus, remember, mobilization or mobile searches are over 60%. People purchase on their desktops. It's still the majority, but they search on mobile, and that's over 60%. So why not make it for them? Search terms. Okay. Search terms, 249 characters. You want to make sure that you're using this. Do not put commas, hyphens. You just want to put a space in there. No commas, no hyphens. You do not, this is a trick, but again, 2017 and up, put your competitors' brands in there. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then you want to add relevant keywords. Now, after in your second phase, I keep going back to that, but in your second phase, when you're changing up your bullets, if you have duplicate keywords in your search terms, you can replace them with new keywords that you might have found or more relevant keywords. This is where you can replace them because after you get the initial indexing done, you can remove those duplicate keywords. And also you can have misspellings or you can have Spanish in there. It's really great. Use it properly. Use it to the fullest extent. And again, it's a 2-step. Next is, a lot of people don't do this, but we take, we download templates. Like we'll download our catalog listing. Okay, we ask for our catalog listing report, and we want to go and check out, what fields that we can fill. We want to fill up every field possible. Oops. We want to fill up every field possible. And this is something that really not a lot of Amazon sellers are doing. So, but you just have to get in touch with customer support, ask for your catalog listing and see what you're indexing for and what you're not indexing for. And you'll be told how to do it. Like the first tab is going to show you an example. The next tab is going to give you the definition. So it's a very long form spreadsheet, but if you just go and let's say you're stuck on one of the columns, you just go to data definitions, it'll explain it. The next one is a template, and then you'll have the valid values, and depending on the ASIN, it'll just tell you what your ranking or what your info is. So let's say it's UPC codes that you've put in, or your title or your 5 bullet points. It'll all be there. It's a massive list. But the key is look through it and see if there's empty fields. And if there are, create a flat file and add the flat file. Just do a partial update. And you just want to have all those fields up in your listing. And not only does that help just make sure that you get as much search engine optimization as possible, it also protects you against hijackers. So flat files are a little bit intimidating. If you don't know how to do it, find somebody who can. A good flat file person is worth their weight in gold. Don't forget about A+ content, and don't suck at it. If you're not a graphic artist, get somebody to do it. If you have some pretty good images, then do it. And also think outside the box. So here's a non-alcoholic spirit. There's a couple of, we wanted to put information in about the product. We wanted to talk about the lifestyle side of things, but at the bottom, the most important thing were the recipes. So we created this, and we also did it in the store, by the way. And where we're getting traffic is we're sending people who want mocktails and that over to get these really great wood recipes. So this is only a small portion of the actual site, but I think we did a good job with giving people what they wanted. And the same thing over here with this other brand. They did a very good job with just telling people more information. They didn't overdo it. It's a fine balance between aesthetics and too much copy, or copy. One group is going to tell you, like the creative side is going to tell you they want the impact of the colors and the images. The other wants information. So it's a blend that you're going to have to work with. But I will tell you a gold nugget right now, and this is where you bring out your pen and paper. So in the back, a lot of people don't realize this, that there is an area for alt text. And if you go into campaigns and go into A+, I think it's just A+ management or A+ campaigns, you pick your A+ page and you'll see edit. Click edit and then click on the image. It's going to say edit, okay? And it's just like here. It says A+ content manager. Go to your select and select the page, click edit, then image edit. And you're going to find that there's an area there that people call it alt text, but it's image keywords. Every single image you have is 100 characters of keywords, and they are 100% indexable. Check it out. Okay, you can put a word that you're not indexed for. Just put it in there, wait, publish, and check it out. You'll see that I'm not lying. Right now, as we're doing this, this is the biggest gold nugget out there that people are overlooking. They're not putting alt. It's actually alt text, but in the back end, it's called image keywords. Another area, and all this is building up that listing for perceived value. So it used to be you'd send out an email and you'd give people instructions or user guides or whatever. Right now, if you go into inventory and go into managed product documents, you have a selection of about 30 or 40 documents that you can upload, from frequently asked questions, brochures, safety documents, user guides. Everything you can think of can be uploaded on your listing. So first of all, remember the thing about trust. So if people can see that you're building trust, that you have all your certifications, that you have a brochure that's going to tell them about how to assemble things. I rarely see anybody using this, and it's there for the taking. A troubleshooting guide. So these are just, if they're on the fence of buying your product and they see this over the competition, guess what? They're going to buy it because of trust. Digital coupons. You always want to have a digital coupon, even if it's the lowest amount possible. People like deals, and that draws their attention. Digital coupon is something that we always launch with. Same thing with a coupon stack. If you can add a coupon stack of 2 or more items, so buy this with any of our other products, get 10% off or whatever is 5% off, and then you'll have a button that says add both to cart. It pops, and people will drive their attention over that way. Okay, questions and answers. Get people to ask questions. I mean, this is like politics. You can spin it any way that you want. If you can have somebody ask you a question with a keyword in it, and you can reply, they don't have to buy your product. Just make sure that they're asking the question. So go out there and get 5 or 10 people to ask questions. The more questions that are out there, like 5 or 10, that builds trust. People are getting the information. You're spinning the content to your favor. And I've heard, I'm not 100% sure, that they do get indexed. It's at a much lower weight, but they do get indexed. Related videos. people are using this. So if somebody's scrolling down and you can do a half day shoot, and you can do how-to videos, ingredients, benefits, and you put them all across that related video. And if you're able to do a thumbnail, so the thumbnail is consistent, like you see how every one of these is different, but if you can do it where it's consistent, it looks incredible. Again, how-to videos, benefits, and trust. Frequently bought together. So scrolling down, every one of these are touch points where if they scroll down and they see that they can get other deals, 33% of people buy frequently bought together. If you can put your product together, if you can cross promote that, that's the best. I mean, it's very easy to do. Have somebody buy one or two of your products. Don't go out and get 100 of them. They'll look fishy. But one or two people buying your products, 2 products or 3 products, you get your frequently bought together. And then price optimization. Where's the right price? So are you selling a $10 item? Are you selling a $50 item? I'm going to show you something about price optimization that you won't believe a bit later on. But anyways, you want to check out your competition. And where do you fit in? Are you going to be a bottom dweller? Do you have to move a lot of search volume? Do you want to be in between? Maybe that's where the traffic is. Or you can sell it at a higher price, lower external traffic, but make more money. And you have to go out there and do the research. You might see, like the Dead Sea Mud, where do I want to come out? Now, I'm not going to get into PPC. I'm just going to tell you that you should absolutely run PPC. We just do a simple auto campaign. We will run some broad and exact matches right off the top, but running auto campaigns right now are fantastic. They're not like they were. This could be another hour conversation. I'm just saying, go and listen to somebody that talks about launch strategies with PPC. They're super simple right now. And also make sure that you enroll in B2B. So B2B Central, this is where you can move quantities. I've got a customer that was selling screen wipes. They were selling 1 pack of like they had 10 in a 1 pack. I told them, well, why don't you do wholesale? Well, all of a sudden, they were buying 10 packs and 100 packs. He was doing more off of one purchase. Like imagine 100 pack to 1. Now, this doesn't work for every brand, but if you know your brand and you want to put it into wholesale, register for B2B, and then you can have all these quantity breaks, and somebody goes and they buy your product. You don't have to give them like 20% off. We go up like 2 points per break, and it might be 5, 10, 15, or 25, 50, 100. I try not to give more than 10% off. I might go as high as 15. Now, I'm going to go through this very quickly. You definitely want to get in and get involved with building a community in Amazon. This is all about your listing. Amazon, if you're not doing Amazon posts, if you think it sucks, it doesn't. I can prove it time and time again. We've got impressions on one post of over 200,000. We've got clicks of thousands from that one post. And the engagement that you get or the conversion that you get off of a post is very high because it takes 4 clicks for somebody to purchase your product. Now, Amazon just announced that they're putting Amazon posts in your listing, okay? In your listing. It's right going to be on your listing, I should say. But you have to have 10 posts out there to be eligible. You want to go to Amazon or post.amazon.com. You want to sign up. You want to get 10 posts out there. So when this goes live, you're going to be an innovator, not a follower. And then you want to just monitor your reports. And again, you can just see here what's working, what's not working. If it's not working, kick it to the curb. If it is working, get more of that content. And usually lifestyle product or lifestyle photos work a lot better than polished images. Amazon Live, same thing. Get Amazon Creator app, walk around, talk about your product, get influencers to do it. It's so easy. You're going to get people that are going to be following you. Like even on your storefront, by the way, you'll see that there's a follow. Drive external traffic over there so people will start to build the brand community. And by the way, I'm sure you've seen this customer experience in under brand right now. When you click that, emails go out to your followers about product launches or the new products. So it's really cool what they're doing, but it's all built on building up that brand. If you've got nobody that's following you, it's, you're talking to yourself. Okay, so pre-launch preparations. Make sure you read the title guide. Make sure you have some social media. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but make sure you have some. Make sure you have just a simple website. What happens? You're new. People are going to go to Google. They're going to see if you have a website, or if you have anything on Google. If you can look like you're an authority of something or have some content, all of this is going to end up with what you can put out your price. But you've got to look like, if your website really sucks and it's like a 2005 website, you're only going to get that. Even though your listing might look good, they're going to check it out and go, oh, these guys aren't real. You might want to use content or press releases or influencers. All of this is stuff that you can research on your own. I would highly recommend, here's another one, write this down. If you're not on Google My Business for brands now, it used to be bricks and mortar, you gotta be. You've got to get to Google My Business, because this is an area where if you pop up, if you register and URL is going back to your product listing, every image, every piece of content, everything is indexed immediately by Google. And that's all your social posts, everything. As long as you have the URL going back to that page, it's all being done. Nobody's doing this. Nobody is doing this. Okay, are a couple of tools, and then that'll be it. I just want you, I don't think a lot of people know about this, but if you go into your listing quality improvement, go to inventory, improvement listing quality, and you'll see, it'll say, 3 of 6 things. It'll tell you what to do to improve your listing. The next thing is your search term optimizer, which is found in brands. So brand analytics, just go in there, click on it, and you're going to see, like, it's not that visible here, but you're going to see like pink words. Those are pink words that you can get out of your listing, and then they'll give you words that are, better or better for the listing, or they might not give you any suggestions, just that the other pink keywords are doing nothing. So that's going to brands, brand dashboard, search term optimizer, and then you have to click search report. Last thing is growth opportunities. Did you guys know this existed? It's interesting because I started playing around with it a little while ago. You hit growth opportunities, you select an ASIN, and they'll show you the dollar amount that if you do this, you're going to grow by potential of $1,800 or $5,000. It's a really cool tool. Also, inventory health. You want to go and you want to make sure that your inventory health is great. Now, if you follow these, if you kind of put these in, I went through this very quickly, but if you follow these rules, even if you do a couple of these, you will increase your profits so easily. It's not going to be, you won't believe it. You also want to make sure that you're requesting a review. So, go into orders. There's automated tools out there, but you can go into orders, and 7 days after, or whatever, there's a supplement after 30 days, click, request a review. And you can, there's all sorts of different strategies for that. And also, don't be afraid to raise your price. And here's an example. So we launched back in 2019, and it started in 2019, and it just finished now with the price optimization, $49. We went and we got repackaged, an extra buck, $79, $89, $99, same product, just new package. And we sold that product at $124. It was $16 cost of goods, not bad. Then we put it into a wood case. It cost us $3. So we had the one product running at $124, relisted with his premium wood case, $224, $100 increase on a $3 package. So, and by the way, that case study I talked to you about, so they wanted to stay at $9.99, which would have gave them $2,500. Sorry, they wanted to stay at $9.99. We increased it to $12.99, and then we increased it now to $24.99. There's $17.99, $19.99, $23.99, and they made $76,000 in addition to what they would have made if they would have kept it at $9.99. So by putting up the price, they made $76,000 more, and it was at $24.99. So we actually got it up another buck. So they would have left $71,600 on the table. So that's me. That's where you can get a hold of me. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Norm. It was such a value-packed presentation. I think all the viewers are still making notes and already going back to the beginning.
Well, I do have, like, if you guys want afterwards, I can give the restricted list if you like to attach to this. I mean, it's really important that you take a look at that.
All right. So yeah, I know that you have to run to your own podcast soon. I wanted to mention that those who are watching, if you want to join, I forgot the name of the membership you have.
Oh, it's the Centurion Group.
Centurion. I never pronounced it, so I don't know. So yeah, okay. So you are offering 2 months free access if someone is purchasing a ClickBox. And ClickBox, you will find the link below in the description of this video. And if you purchase a ClickBox with deals from 23 speakers of ClickBox Summit, you will have access to different offers they're offering in that. In that
we've never
package.
done that before. We've only oh, go ahead.
Let's not reveal. No. That's great to know. No.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. I didn't say anything.
No, it's good. Yeah. So it's exclusive deal. If you purchase a box for $197 current price, you will get 2 months of free membership in Norman's membership site, which is $200 per month usually, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And what can people learn there?
Anything e-commerce based. So it could be to be a better business person, a better seller, better online seller. It is Amazon heavy, and we have tons of experts coming on. It's 8 calls a month, and each call usually lasts between 2 hours to 3 hours. Perfect.
And now, do we have a time for 1 or 2 quick questions? I know you have like...
I've got probably... Okay, 1 question would be great.
Okay, Lisette.
Yeah, let's go ahead. So let's ask the very first question. So our viewer asked, should we keep prices less than competitors while launching a new product?
You could, yeah. Probably 70% of our products, we go out under the competitor. And there could be a variety of different reasons for that. You're trying to drive traffic. We're driving external traffic over to take a deal. So it looks like it's a higher perceived value, but it's a little bit less expensive. It is good to drive. Most of the time, you could go 25% less. And that looks like it's, if you've got a listing that looks like it's a higher value, and you can also, like when you're on Facebook or whenever you're driving that external traffic, you can tell people that, price is going up. So I think that if people can see something at like a great value, especially during a launch, they'll buy it, and that's what you want. And I'm not sure, like if you're doing search, find, buy, if you're doing rebates, if you're doing PPC, you really do want to get the conversions going. So lower price, get the conversions, and then I'd bring it up. I don't keep it down there forever.
All right, thank you very much. I know you need to go. We will save all the questions viewers asked. We have like another 5 or 10 of them. And maybe we can record another video where we will answer these questions.
Sure, that would be fantastic.
Sure. Thank you much. Thank you much. Thank you very much.
I hope I didn't go too fast.
Yeah, you will find the link below to Norman's website if you want to know more. And
thank you for having me on.
Thank you. Bye, Norman. Thank you, Lisette. Yeah, and those who are still there, first, like and subscribe our video, of course. And now I will invite you to watch other video where you will learn how to optimize your Amazon listing further. And here our guest, Chris Rawlings, will help you to understand how you can use visual hypnosis, what he calls, to increase the conversions of your Amazon product listing.